Hey everybody, welcome to the Ancap Barber Shop. This is the 50th episode spectacular. We are just going to be hanging out, looking back at the past, enjoying ourselves, and then we're going to talk about the Nike boycott a little bit. Episode 50 begins now.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the Ancap Barber Shop, your source for libertarianism and anarchy. Now for your host, the legendary, the inimitable Adam Brown, and of course, yours truly, Scott McDonald, the Ancap Barber.
If I was ever kill myself, I'd go out with show. I'd hang my nails cords off the seaboard down the road. I'd leave my mangled body there for all eyes to see. Then they know God hated me. Now I've been a faithful man, I've done the best I could. But nothing in this world has ever worked out for my good. Now I'm a God-fearing man, but I'm penniless and
Holy shit, y'all. 50 episodes.
50 episodes.
This is the 50th fucking episode. I can't believe it.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. 2 years almost we've been doing this.
Yep.
And if you are a big fan of the intro music that you're just listening to that we've used for the majority of the first 50 episodes, this is the last time that we're going to use it regularly. It might come up here and there, you know. But, yeah, we're retiring it after the first 50 episodes, and we're going to move on to greener pastures for episode 51.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hope no one enjoyed it that much. Well,
Wait, back up and
I hope
think
everyone,
that through
I hope
a little
everyone
more.
enjoyed it, but I'm sorry for anyone who's going to be missing it, I guess. I love our intro. That's one thing that
Yeah.
I didn't want to change for a long time, but it's time to move on.
Yeah.
50 episodes, almost 2 years. But
If you're pining for the song, all you have to do is go to YouTube and search Pinecone Percy, and you can find it.
Yeah.
Or listen to one of the first 50 episodes of the show, right? That makes sense.
but if you really want the raw music, it's better to go to YouTube because it's not. It
Yeah.
doesn't have us talking over the intro and stuff.
it's you know, all up to whatever you like,
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah, it's the 50th episode, and we just want to kind of start out just looking back at what we've done at the Ancap Barber Shop over the past 2 years. And I just have a quick story. You know, I mean, I just want to talk about starting the show. You know, Roger Paxton, the head of Pax Libertas, his show, The Lava Flow, was doing pretty good, and he decided he wanted to start a network and bring on a couple more shows. And he says, hey, you know, if anybody's got a good idea, holler at me and let's get a dialogue going. And I said, you know what? I really like podcasts, and I've played music my whole life. I'm kind of a gearhead.
You've got all
I
the.
don't like
equipment.
saying that.
Yeah, it's
Gear.
weird.
That was probably.
Yeah. But you've got all the
Yeah.
equipment. You know.
But I'm an equipment head, and I said, you know, yeah, I love podcasts. I'd like to do it. I think I'd be, you know, pretty damn good at it. I was about to sell myself short, but I decided against it. So yeah, we started talking with Roger. I hooked up with Adam. We threw the idea. Originally, it was going to be the Ancap Barber Show, and Roger came back and said, that's stupid. Ancap Barber Shop. I said, why the fuck didn't I just think of that first or
Yeah.
at some point before making it that far?
So,
And-
are we the first show that he picked up? The first show other than the Lava Flow on the Pax Libertas Productions?
No, because I think the first show was
Free Coast.
Free Coast Freecast.
Yeah.
Free Coast.
Free Coast.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's the since continued Free Coast.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, that show stopped. There was another one that stopped. There was a Dash show that the lady stopped doing her YouTube channel, and I don't know, something. But not terribly relevant to what we're talking about. Yeah, I guess we were the third show on the network. I think I'm remembering that right.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember whenever he was starting it up, he, like, in his little studio, he had a flag of all his shows or whatever, you
Right.
know, and I remember there being 3 of them. I can't remember. I guess it was Lava Flow, Free Coast Freecast, us.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there was another one, but I don't know. He's, of course, since added many great ones.
Right.
One Free Family, of course.
Resist the Empire,
Resist the Empire.
Anarcho-Christian. I think it's all of them.
Yeah. A bunch of great shows.
Essential libertarianism.
Oh, yeah.
Essential libertarianism, if I can enunciate my words correctly. But
We
yeah.
are very blessed to be part of what a great
Yeah,
network,
it's
you know.
great. We love it at Pax Libertas. You know, the support we get from that. Without them, we would have never been able to do it.
We did the first episode on our own, and like
them
we
and the
did-
patrons and the listeners, of
Right.
course.
I remember you had our little logo you did in like paint. It was pretty rough.
Yeah. I
yeah,
did
remember
make
that?
one in paint.
Mhm.
I don't think I made it. I started in paint, and then I think I went to GIMP.
I don't know what that is.
It's a picture. It's an image file editor,
Mhm.
or I don't know. Can you skew like text in paint? I don't think you can. I did it somewhere, and I thought it looked really good, and it totally didn't.
Yeah, like for not being an artist and looking at it and being like, yeah, this is good, and then like we see the one that was like professionally done that he sent us, and we were like,
oh,
this
yeah,
isn't even the same fucking.
This is
ballpark.
100 times fucking better.
Yeah. Right.
That, and I designed the original website, and I was really proud of that. I'd never designed a website before, and Roger's like, "This is pretty terrible,
pretty
dude. Let me
garbage."
handle this." And he made
Yeah.
the
Website's a
beautiful
lot better,
website
too.
we had. Yeah, it worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
If he could start writing the show and planning out the content, and also educating us on things,
Yeah.
that would. Well, no, he already does that
honestly,
with the
his
lava
voice
flow.
is better than ours. So if you want to talk for us too,
Yeah, this is true. Yeah,
great idea.
Roger does have a sexy motherfucking
He
voice.
definitely does.
And if you're not, if for some reason you listen to this show and you're not familiar with what we're talking about, go look up the lava flow and
Yeah.
listen to it. Highly suggested to do that. But yeah, I just want to end what I'm talking about by saying thank you, Roger. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, everybody at Pax Libertas for
Absolutely.
supporting us for so long, allowing us to do this, and just making it happen,
Yeah.
Captain, in general.
Mhm.
What about you?
Making dreams come true.
Yes.
Yeah. My thanks are the exact same. I thank you so much. to
Okay,
these
well,
guys.
let's move on.
Yeah, including the patrons as well. Though they in especially the patrons, but I would like to extend a thank you to all of our listeners. Those guys, or anyone who thinks that we're entertaining enough to listen to us, I don't know. It's just made a dream come true. It makes me feel very happy. It's given me purpose, and I love it.
Absolutely.
We're in here learning together. We're in here having a good time, and I hope you guys are having a good time listening to us. And
Yes, I did not say thank the listeners, so I will also say thank you
don't
very
fucking
much.
coattail me now.
Well, you did it, and it sounded good, so I wanted to fucking try it out. So give me a
Yeah.
break.
No, there's a lot of people that this could not be done without, and it means so much to me and Scott, and even our guest panelists, Dave,
Yeah.
and he who shall not be named. It means so much to us, and they have a good time as well doing
Right.
it with us. That all these people can come together and help make this happen. I don't know. It just means so much, and I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Welcome to the Ancap Barber Shop, and this is Ancap Barber Boy News.
The news this episode, we're going to jump right into a few listener voicemails. Are you ready, Adam?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
You suck. What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
You know what this is?
Yeah, what is that? It's
Let's listen to it, see if you
okay.
See
I
if you
know what
figure it
this
out.
is.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I do remember this.
What's that from?
This was from the Adam Sandler movie,
Yeah.
Billy Madison.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is a good movie. I've seen that movie many, many times.
This might be the first time in Ancap Barber Shop history that me and you have seen the same movie and talked about it on show live.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
dude. I think you might be right.
That is a reoccurring gag on the show that is 100% like sincere. This is not made up when
Yeah.
we bump heads over movies every fucking episode.
I realize that the moment has passed, but is this an appropriate time to hit the air horn drop or no?
No,
Is the air horn ever appropriate?
never. I don't know what the air horn drop is, but I'm assuming it's not appropriate.
We're having an internal conflict at the Ancap Barber
It's
Shop.
external.
Now I just fucking made
Yeah,
it
you made it
external because I'm
external.
putting Adam on blast. All right, here's the deal. Adam doesn't like my drops that I prepare, and
They're whack.
They're whack.
fucking weak as fuck.
yeah. Okay. Some of them are, but I don't use
Yo, baby.
I don't use that.
Yeah, why would you even say that on there?
I don't know. It's stupid. I just put it on there.
Well,
But
you
there are other
wasted
ones.
The time it took you to do that, you could have been doing anything else.
There are other ones that are good, but I'm not. I'm gonna be real classy about it. What I was saying was Adam does not like the samples, and I think they're great. So let us know. We should do. Well, no, that would be that would be a waste of a post to make a poll about that.
Yeah.
But if there's anybody out there that's on Adam's side of this, genuinely let us know. I'm assuming this is gonna be one-sided.
I'm gonna look straight into the camera. Hang on. We are not a morning radio show, okay? We are not gonna fucking play fart sounds and shit over my goddamn dead body.
Yeah. Adam doesn't listen to as many podcasts as I do. I have my finger on the pulse of podcasting culture, and I know which ones make the fucking Patreon money.
You're absolutely right about that. You definitely are like way in deeper to podcasting culture than I am. Fucking loser.
Okay, let's move on before we do get into some sort of a fight.
Start clawing each other's eyes out.
Thank you, caller, for your voicemail.
Yeah, that was great.
Good motherfucking movie.
Congratulations on 50 episodes, Scott and Adam. Thank you so much for jumping on board with Patch Libertas. It's been a pleasure working with you guys and having you guys in the network. Let's look at another 50 or even 150 more episodes. Thanks so much, guys.
Weren't we just fucking talking about
We
that Joker
were.
right there? What
Man.
a fucking thing.
That was nice.
You say 50 to 100 episodes
He
more?
said 50 to even 150 more.
Okay.
Man, I would love to make that happen for Roger.
So we've got a nice little sliding scale to work with.
Mm-hmm. Minimum at least another 50.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not necessarily maximum 150.
So we potentially could just really fucking skate for 50 episodes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how bad we do. We're putting 50 more out one way or another.
No, we seriously are making a few minor changes. All good stuff, nothing crazy. So the next 50 episodes of the show, we're kind of looking back, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. And obviously the drops, they work. And that's just based on my opinion.
The fan feedback.
Thank you, Roger.
Yes, thank you, Roger. The fan feedback helps a lot. Any way you can get in touch with us, tell us what you like, what you don't like. It means that's we'll do whatever you guys want us to.
Yeah, that's something like, okay, so as a podcaster, like anytime I listen to a podcast, if I appreciate it, after doing this, I make it a point to some way get in touch with those people and say, hey, I like what you're doing. You know, this is what I particularly enjoy. Thanks for doing it.
Right.
So if there is anything like with our show that you like or don't like, shoot us a line. Slide up in them DMs nice.
This is always going to be a work in progress because we're going to continue to better ourselves. We're not stuck on any one way. So if you have any suggestions, anything you do or don't like, and let us know. Like there's no
or
harm
even
to
if
come
you
out.
just
We'll
want to
love
say hi or play clips from
or if you want
movies.
to leave us a fucking voicemail, who cares? Whatever you want to do.
By the way, you can do that at 256-607-3197 if you'd like to. Let's listen to another one.
First of all, I would like to thank the many fans throughout this country that wrote cards and letters just to wrote the American dream while I was down. Secondly, I want to thank Jim Crockett Promotions for waiting.
I don't know who this is, but you can hear them getting booed.
Yeah.
Do you know what this is?
Oh man, I feel like I should know this, but I'm pretty sure this sounds like it's like a civil rights speech from the 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
And
do you think this is Martin Luther King?
That's the thing.
Yeah,
so I'd hate this to be Martin Luther King and me not know it, but it sounds like a civil rights speech to me.
Yeah, nobody's gonna care about it. Nobody's judging for
Taking
that.
the time because I know how important it was. Starcade 85 it is to the wrestling fans, it is to Jim Crockett Promotion. And Dusty wrote the American dream. With that weight, got what I wanted. Ric Flair, the world champion.
Whoa.
I have to say a lot more about the way I feel about Ric Flair. No respect.
Let's.
No honor.
Do
There is no honor among thieves in the first place. He put hard times on Dusty Rhodes and his family.
We've only been going 15 minutes. Is that merits to just start over?
That's so fucking funny, dude.
So it's somebody talking about Ric Flair. Who is it, though?
I have no idea. That's so fucking funny. Why does it, like, when was Ric Flair a wrestler? I need help.
A while ago.
Not in the 60s. Why does it sound like it was fucking recorded in the 60s?
Because it was probably bootleg. It was probably recorded. I mean, well, it's also a stadium full of thousands of people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's so goddamn funny. It's unbelievable.
There's more. Should we listen to more of it?
Why not, man?
Yeah, why not?
Oh no! What hard times are, Daddy? Hard times are when the textile workers around this country are out of work and got 4 or 5 kids and can't pay their wages, can't buy their food. Hard times are when the auto workers are out and they tell them go home. And hard times are when a man has worked at a job 30 years. 30 years. They give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, a computer took your place, Daddy. That's hard time.
I just remembered that I don't know if I silenced my phone or not.
I did not. I just got a text, so sorry about that.
I did. I'm a good boy.
That's so funny, dude. Because, like,
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, when you started talking, I was like, maybe this sounds like a boxing promotion type thing.
Yeah, something
And then
like
he said
that.
Ric Flair, and I was like, oh, man, why did
Yeah.
I say anything in the first place?
Why did I say anything
Fuck.
about civil rights or
Fuck,
Martin
I'm
Luther King Jr.?
stupid.
Yeah, that's rough.
God damn it, that's so funny.
I'm saying this very well. I mean, there's a lot of people listening to the show, but this is more than likely either former presidential candidate Daryl W. Perry or our friend Jonathan.
Yeah, it had to be one of
Who
them. They're the big
we
wrestling
need
buffs.
to get those two guys together
Yes.
on a podcast about
100%.
wrestling. Yeah.
100%. That would be the greatest wrestling
Yeah.
crossover tag team
Yes.
ever.
And I don't even give a fuck about wrestling.
No,
I just like both of those guys, and it's
Yeah.
fun to listen to them talk about it.
Mhm.
But yeah, whoever. Whoa.
Ooh.
Okay, that was a rough one. I'm sorry about that. Whoever that what let us know what the fuck exactly this is, because I am immensely curious at this
Yeah.
point.
That was crazy.
Yeah. You want to listen to one more?
Yeah.
Well, here we
I'm
go.
just not going to comment on it, so it's all the way over.
Now this one will be a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Hey, you sexy motherfuckers. It's your favorite Ancap Barber
Hey.
boy from the Murderland 410, where we
Oh,
fucking
shit.
love our area code and our heroin. Just wanted to give you all a shout out. 50 fucking episodes. They'll probably cancel you by the next one, but it's cool you made it to 50. So, hey, what can you do, guys? Keep fighting the good fight, whatever the fuck that means. It's your boy, Brando the Barber. Holla.
Hashtag Ancap Barber Gang rise up, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's start saying that. I've been thinking about that. I think that's really going to take us to the next level is a good hashtag.
Hashtag.
A
Yeah,
good
for
rise
sure.
up gang hashtag.
All right.
We doing crimes. We gang banging.
I love Brando the Barber.
I love.
Thank you for leaving us.
You know what I
voicemail.
think of every time I think of Brando the Barber?
What's that?
Come and watch some football. Have a natty light. Eat a crab cake. That's what we do here.
I don't get that at all.
Yeah.
Was that like a Boston reference? Like
More of a Maryland
Right.
reference. But yeah, that is a very
Okay.
Boston-y thing,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Boston.
no, I guess Maryland is more for crab cakes than Boston is.
Boston is more like microprocesses.
Yeah.
That's somebody told me that like if you want to get into a Boston accent, the way to do it is you just say microprocesses over and over.
Microprocesses.
That actually
Okay,
went a
fucking
little
it up.
that went a little Jersey,
Yeah.
I think, for me. That was a little Sopranos.
It's weird that like New England and I guess just the entire Pacific.
God. I just
fucking idiot.
Ah!
Fucking retard.
God damn it! Why couldn't I have done that before we started, dude?
I
I
know.
don't think that it
didn't-
definitely
it didn't show up at all.
Okay, for the audio listeners, it didn't show up on my arm because that's off camera, but it coming down out of my mouth. I
Yeah.
just had the
Big old mess.
foamiest spit that just went onto my arm.
Just stuck to you.
Let's talk about something
Anyways, I'm gonna finish my point for you ruin that.
else. Okay.
It's weird that like the Pacific Northeast and I guess New England and maybe some other states around it like are all so close together, like pinched into an area the size of like smaller than Texas.
Right.
Like they all have different accents. Like I don't know. Like there's a difference between a Jersey accent and a Boston accent. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And a New Yorker accent from I don't
Right.
know. Input anything, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that's interesting. I'm not going anywhere with it other than the fact that that's
No,
weird.
that's very relevant because
Yeah.
because I like to fuck around with that stuff. I'm not good at it. When I say I'm not good, I mean I can't really even approximate much,
Yeah.
much less have anything really nailed down.
Right.
But when you're talking about separate, it's like some Dan Soder shit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're talking about like the difference between the northern and the southern English accent and
Right.
shit like that.
There is that in every language though, which is kind of because something I didn't think about when I was younger, or really forever, until like I started working in kitchens. And I
Right.
worked with Hispanics a lot, and like I became good friends with some of them. They were telling me about how different Southern Mexicans were versus Northern
Right.
Mexicans, and how the city ones were different from the rural ones, and
Right.
and how there's actually a lot of animosity between some of them. And I was like, well, that's kind of interesting. And I was like, yeah, because I mean, in America, it's a big fucking country, and you've got so many accents all the way across it. Like we don't speak here anything like the people out in California
Yeah.
do, and they don't speak anything like Wisconsin folks. Wisconsin is its
Wisconsin,
own thing,
yeah.
Texas is its own thing. Louisiana, you got fucking Cajun and shit like that, I mean, it's just all over the place. It's really crazy.
Case in point, I used to do a lot of construction. I did masonry specifically
I'm sorry.
for years. No, it was good. It built character. It
Yeah.
like if you're
Literally.
16 years old, 17 years old, and you don't know what you're gonna do for a job, you ain't got nothing going on. Go do that. Go find. Here's the trick. Go around your town, find where people are building houses, walk up to them, and ask them if you can haul shit around for minimum wage or whatever.
Yeah,
And then at that busting your ass like that, dude, that'll make a man out of you.
I believe it.
And that's assuming that I'm kind of the bastion of masculinity, which is safe to assume. There was something else. Oh, yeah. Case in point, I used to work with a lot of Spanish folks.
Yeah.
And one of the things, this particular crew I worked with, they would say, she threw. They would say that all the time for different reasons. And when I said, what the fuck? What is that? And he walks over to this like plant, and he said, well, it's a plant, but it's not this plant. I said, so you're just saying weed. You're just saying marijuana, like when you need bricks and shit. That's hardcore. But the interesting thing is like not just like other masonry crews. I've said, she threw like have you ever heard that? And they'd be like, that's not Spanish. They're like, I don't know what the fuck that is. So
that does happen sometimes. Like I worked with a crew at Cracker Barrel for a long time, and this one guy, he would always say, he would be like, equipo trabajo. And like, it means working together. And that makes sense because I think equipo means like together, and work is, I definitely know trabajo is work. And like he would say that all the time. And like it was just one of the things he would say. And then like I changed jobs and I would work with a different crew of Hispanic folks, and I would say that, and she'd be like, you're saying that wrong. It's trabajo and equipo, not equipo trabajo. And I was like, I don't know, this dude said it forever. He's a very good Spanish speaker. I don't know like why he'd be saying it wrong. She'd be like, I was like, why'd you say it like that? And she'd be like, I don't know, he's fucking weird. Maybe he just says stuff differently. And I was like, crazy.
So you had something, there's some news. I know I was busy as shit today. I didn't get to read up on that much. I did see some headlines. Something's going on with Eminem.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about this.
Eminem the rapper?
Yeah,
Marshall Mathers?
Yeah, Slim Shady.
Mom's spaghetti guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Eminem.
Is that the actual line in the song, or is that a joke?
No, that's what he says.
Okay, I was never clear on
He
that.
says, knees weak, palms heavy, got vomit on my sweater already, mom's spaghetti.
Oh, that's actually kind of smart. Like I don't know.
It's a great line.
Yeah.
I'm not really necessarily a hip hop head. I don't know if I would go that far, but I really
Hip-hop
like
head?
it. I like hip hop.
That's fun to fucking say. Hip hop head.
Yeah, hip hop.
Hip hop head. Hip hop
And,
head.
but I keep up with it a lot. I listen to it a decent amount. You know what I mean? And the culture is really fun to be around, or just to be,
Right.
to keep up with, I guess. And anyways, so Eminem has been like, I'm only going to talk about this. I don't know if anyone cares, but I care because it's been something I've been paying attention to the last couple of days, and it's kind of interesting. And the internet's been pretty funny about it. Eminem has put out basically like 4 trash albums in a row. Like people were pretty much ready to write off Eminem. He's a legend, to be an all-time.
Right.
But he's like in his 40s now, whatever. He's just putting out music he wants to put out. He's just getting paychecks.
Yeah.
But even at his lowest point, he's still Eminem and doing pretty well. You know what I mean? But like his last album, Revival, was like pretty much trash. No one liked it. I didn't like it. No one liked it. He was hated on very hard by the hip hop world. People like Charlemagne the God, who's like, I guess he does radio stuff. His opinion is very important.
His show is the Morning Breakfast Club or some shit like that.
Yeah, he trashed him pretty hard. He got a lot of bad publicity for it.
Yeah.
And anyways,
the opinion of Eminem in recent years hasn't been very high, especially with that like that really terrible Trump rap thing
Yeah,
that
that
he
was bad
did.
too,
That
yeah.
was so fucking funny.
There was like people saying online that they'd rather listen to Jaden Smith and shit right now than Eminem, you know. And Jaden Smith put out a decent album,
Right.
Righteously. Like it was not very good, but it wasn't that bad. But like Eminem's album was bad, you know. And I don't know, it's just crazy. But he dropped this album Kamikaze. I'm sure everybody knows by now, especially by the time this comes out.
What does that mean?
Kamikaze.
Well, no, I know. I'm trying to like help you kind of tease out the info. I know what like a kamikaze is, but what does the analogy mean?
Like he's fucking going in, like he's fucking dive bombing folks. You know what I mean? Like he's most of this album is all diss track. Like
okay,
yeah,
I got you.
He dropped it with no promotion whatsoever. Nobody was expecting it, and really nobody even I'm sure cared that much until they started listening to it. And
Right.
It's fucking good. I mean, righteously, a lot of people are hating on it already. I've seen some music reviews of it,
Yeah.
and people being like, "It's not that good. He's just an old man yelling at a cloud, essentially." You know what I mean? And like, it's funny. I saw a meme. It was fucking. You've seen that meme? It's like old man yells at cloud, and it was the Simpsons guy like yelling at a cloud. It was like a newspaper, but it was Eminem's head, and it was iCloud because there's or SoundCloud because there's SoundCloud rappers, and but anyways. He goes in on a lot of modern day rappers. He's been open about hating like mumble rap and a lot of this trap stuff. You know what I mean? And so he drops this album. I waited a couple days to listen to it. I listened to it. I think it's great.
Okay.
It has some low points in it for sure. It has some songs that I don't really care to listen to much.
Yeah.
But like some of the ones, the bangers on there are fucking bangers, dude. They're good. Like and he goes in on a lot of folks, man. He disses specifically MGK, Machine Gun Kelly.
Right.
He disses him hardcore, like something like 27 times over the course of the album. He doesn't have like what I thought was cool too. He didn't like drop like in the album. There wasn't a song dedicated to trashing MGK. He was trashing.
Who is MGK?
Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay.
He's another white rapper, and who a lot of people compared to Eminem early on in his career.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he trashed him and a bunch of other people in these songs. Like he spent this song trashing rap music as a whole. Like, it's several songs were like this where he was just dogging a lot of folks, you know what I mean?
Right.
There's also, like, this fucking Xanax rap, essentially, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just people getting, like, really fucked up on pills and just mumbling fucking through the beats, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot
Which
of kids,
sounds like a pretty good time.
a lot of kids like that shit. It's not that great. In fact, there's a lot of really bad shit to it.
Yeah.
But anyways, he went
Didn't
in
that
on
basically cause like a benzo like shortage in the UK specifically?
People are going crazy. Like that's like the new thing.
People are
Everybody's
stealing
dropping
pill
Xanax.
presses and shit.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
crazy, dude. But yeah, he went in on a lot of these folks, and I don't know. The point of this is that shit was pretty good. He went in like he would steal these, like he would take these people's flows, and like he would beat the shit out of them using the own flow to their own songs. Like he like this song Gucci Gang, that was Lil Pump, is like Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang is how it goes. Anyways, he like he took that flow and just used it to trash Lil Pump, like with his own flow. You know what I mean? Like that shit.
That's awesome,
it was
dude.
clever.
That's such a fucking boss move.
Yeah, it was clever. It was cool. And he like showed that he could still fucking diss rap like with the best of them.
Yeah.
And MGK just released like 2 days ago or something like that. His he did it really quick. He fucking came back with a return diss rap on Eminem, and it was pretty good. It's called Rap Devil, which of course is the antithesis to one of Eminem's greatest songs, Rap God. And
I've heard the name.
But anyways, the only reason I'm talking about this is to get to this point where I think all this shit is bullshit. I think it's all fucked, and like as fun as it is to listen to. That shit had to have been planned. He came out with this song and video way too quick as a comeback to Eminem saying, MGK's been completely irrelevant for like 3 years. He hasn't done anything interesting. Fucking Tyler the Creator or someone else he dissed a lot.
Okay.
Tyler the Creator's had some high points in his career, but is pretty much not doing much right now. He dissed just a lot of folks who just really aren't that like exciting right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He dissed the Migos, which was impressive. The Migos they're big, like they're the pinnacle of trap rap right now. You know what I mean? Like they're not even gonna care that Eminem dissed them.
Yeah.
But I think all this was just a big publicity stunt, man. It's a fucking conspiracy. Like, and now everybody's talking about MGK again. Like, it had to have been, dude. The point is, you don't need to be caught up in this shit. The music's pretty good though. But like they're not actually beefing, dude.
Right.
Like MGK released.
It's silly.
Yeah, MGK released Rap Devil. and it was pretty good. But like, I don't think I don't even think Eminem's gonna come back and do it again. Like
Right.
come back with anything because, like, on a fucking bad day, like during the worst part of Eminem's career, he's still doing way better numbers than MGK ever did in his entire career.
Right.
Like when Revival came out, no one liked that shit, and I'm sure it still sold better than fucking most of MGK's like best albums. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's completely fucking useless. I don't know. This shit's a ploy to fucking get these rappers more attention
Yeah.
and to boost the rap game.
Well, look, big shouts out to Eminem.
Yeah,
Big props.
yeah. My homie Eminem.
Right. So check this out, guys. We are in the process of rebuilding our Patreon campaign. So here, probably maybe the next episode or two, you'll get all the details once we have everything hashed out. More than likely, we're going to do something that is going to cut the cost completely in half for everybody. And then after that, some of the stuff's going to get moved around, and then even the actual tiers themselves will be further lowered. Don't hold us to anything. We're still negotiating everything, but that's what it looks like we're going to do. So if you've ever thought that you would like to hear more of this, then I'm not going to say now's the time, but if you want to, go ahead. You'll very soon be paying a little bit less.
There's no
yeah.
time like the present.
Be keeping your ear to the ground for Ancap Barbershop news, because big shit's coming, y'all. Yeah.
What the fuck is the internet?
So for this episode, this very special 50th episode, we're going to play a few clips from past episodes. I went through and listened to it and picked out some stuff I liked and thought this would be a good opportunity to look back how far we've come. And
This should be fun.
yes. So the first clip we have for you guys is from the very first inaugural episode of the Ancap Barbershop, Anarchy in Alabama, where me and Adam do a dramatic reading of the hot mic President Trump, well, before he was Trump, but Donald Trump, Billy Bush comments. Enjoy. So we're going to do a dramatic reading of the hot mic Billy Bush, Donald J. Trump.
Which one are you going to be? You're going to be.
Well, that's what who do you think can do the better Trump accent?
Ooh, I don't know. You probably could. I don't
Do you
know.
think so?
Yeah, I don't trust
Ooh.
myself.
Well, okay. Well, so Adam, you're gonna be Billy Bush.
All right.
Donald Trump. All right? Can you see this?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. And that was awesome.
She used to be great. She's still very beautiful.
Yeah, I moved on. And actually, she was down on. Well, that's more like I don't know. She was down on Palm Beach. I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it.
Whoa,
I did try and fuck her. She was married.
that's huge news.
No, Nancy. No, this was. I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, "I'll show you where they got some nice furniture." I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there. And she was married. Then all of a sudden, I see her, and now they got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look.
Sheesh, your girl's hot as shit in the purple.
Whoa.
Yes, the Donald has scored. Whoa, my man.
Look at you. You're a pussy. All right. You and I will walk out. Maybe it's a different one.
It better be the publicist. No, it's her. It's
Yeah, that's her with the gold. I better use some Tic Tacs just in case I started kissing her. I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. Just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. you can do anything.
Oh yeah, those legs. All I can see is the legs.
Oh, it looks good.
Come on, shorty.
Shorty? Wait, when? This was like.
I think it was like 2005.
Was it? Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not that long ago.
No.
Oh, nice legs, huh?
Oof, get out of my way, honey. Oh, that's good legs. Go ahead.
Good legs. Fucking good legs, dude.
Good
so
legs.
don't you think, like, re-listening to this, I think I sound probably more like Mark Wahlberg
Then
than
Donald
President Trump.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Hey, I'm Mike I'm Mark Wahlberg. Oh God,
Mock Wahlberg.
I'm microprocesses. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I don't even know what's going on right now. It doesn't make sense. I'm a little bitty guy, but everybody thinks I'm so fucking tough. Yeah.
I mean, Mark Wahlberg was a bodybuilder for a long time.
So the next clip we have for you is from the 15th episode, Battle of Berkeley and Stoicism, with Nick Hazelton, where we discussed the Moldy Locks nudes. Please enjoy.
You see a lot of like leftist guys saying nowadays, like us leftists aren't as weak as you think. You know, I see that all the time.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier,
and I don't buy it. I think they are as weak as they seem.
Yeah, Nick, have you seen the Moldy Locks nudes yet? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no idea who that is.
He's lying.
What that is.
So this was something that came up in my research, like watching YouTube and shit. I said that with air quotes. But is this girl? They call her Moldy Locks. I actually saw something Michael W. Dean posted what her real name was, and I don't remember. I don't think it's that important.
Yeah.
But basically, she was the chick with dreadlocks, the Antifa girl that got
in the face.
decked hardcore in the face by the guy with the Nazi haircut or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So he decks her out.
Yeah,
pretty good. And she comes on some news outlets and stuff saying she was just an innocent bystander. And that she was just there. I can't remember exactly what she was saying. She was just basically standing off to the side, recording or something, maybe. Or I don't remember. She said she was doing something. So this is the Facebook status she posted before she went to the event. Headed to Berkeley to disrupt the neo-Nazi white supremacist jerk circle today. Nervous as fuck, but determined to bring back 100 Nazi scalps.
Well.
And that's a reference to the Inglourious Bastards movie, isn't it? Wasn't that in there?
I didn't watch that movie. I should have, though.
Have you? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We got to do that. I've watched it a bunch, but have you seen that, Nick?
No.
Inglourious Bastards, the Quentin Tarantino flick? Man.
I hear some funny stuff about it. I hear they had somebody they called the Bear Jew. He was a big Jewish guy who killed a bunch of Nazis. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And
it's a really good fucking movie. I can't believe y'all haven't seen that.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, we debunked that and got to the bottom of that one. Thanks, Scooby and the gang.
That's interesting to me just because I think that was 2016.
That was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah, and that was kind of the first time we talked about any of this political LARPing stuff or IRL. I don't know what you'd call
political
it.
IRL. I don't know.
That was that Berkeley thing was the first thing I remember like that, and now it's just Antifa strapping up and going against the 3%ers, or I don't know what's the Gavin McInnes, the Proud Boys. That's kind of commonplace now. That's ingrained into our culture.
Yeah, I don't know if it was necessarily the first time, maybe, but it was I don't know. It definitely got popular after that. It was a big mainstream media thing, which I don't know if you could call the Occupy Wall Street something similar to that, but that was before that.
Yeah,
and there was less violence then, but it was still pretty conflicting. I don't know. We need to have Nick Hazelton back on the show.
Yeah, we haven't had him in a while. Me too.
Great.
He's my dude.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this next clip comes from the Porkfest bonus episode.
Oh, no.
This is a special one. I do need to remind anybody that isn't familiar with podcasting and broadcasting and being in the limelight like we are. What are you laughing? Okay,
I'm sorry.
So Adam, there was something else going on.
Yeah.
But whenever we're doing this isn't us. With the shit that we're saying is all bullshit. It's a character that we portray. So keep that in mind when listening to this clip. We allegedly ended up. What did we do last night? Did we eat some mushrooms?
Yeah, we did. That got crazy, man.
So this is a great story. Adam is a real trooper. We pretty much that kicked in 10 minutes after we ate this.
It was a crazy
which is
thing,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've never had that before.
We didn't even
it
take a
kicked
lot.
In fucking hard.
Yeah. We were just walking to get some firewood, and we stopped to talk to these real nice people, and mid conversation, everything just started getting weird, man.
Right.
And we were just like, "Hey, this is really nice talking to you. We got to go." Or it gets crazy. And,
we had a couple of people while we were we had planned on sitting down and then going to the rave. We never made it to the rave,
No.
but we had a couple people walk up and talk with us, and we were really weird to him while we were at our campsite. And yeah, but it didn't take long to completely derail.
Yeah.
And get kind of crazy and intense. I pretty much didn't know allegedly
you lost it,
who
dude.
I was or where I was at. I thought I was dying, and
Yeah.
Adam pretty much just calmed me down for 2 hours. But then about 4 hours after we ate them, everything was allegedly okay.
Yeah. I went back to my tent because I
Very
was
strange.
Yeah, because it was starting to get intense. I was like, I just need to relax. You know, I'm gonna cuddle up, put a bunch of clothes
Right.
on, lay down in my tent, and have a good time. And I was having a great time. And then next thing you know, help. And Scott's like, Scott's freaking out. I come out, and he's laying face first on the ground. And you're like, I don't know who I am. You're like, what's going on? You said, what's happening? And I'm like, we're just sitting here, dude. We're just hanging out. And you're like, who am I? I'm like, you're Scott. And you're like, what does that mean? I was like, it's your name.
Right.
And we had that exact 3 statements said like 100 times in 15 minutes. She just kept asking me. And I was like, he's like stuck in a loop.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. You
Not
eventually
really.
calmed down and everything went back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt bad for you. You're having a bad trip. It just got too intense.
Yeah, it got way crazy. And we keep saying me, like me and Adam, someone that we met here, a couple of people did this.
Mhm.
So yeah, Swim, someone I met. You ever read Erowid, like .com or .org or whatever it is, all the it's like trip reports and stuff for any kind of drugs, people saying this is the dosage, this is what, like this is what happened.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, there's
I've never seen those.
Oh, it's really good. It's really good information. It's really good if you're ever thinking about checking something out or somebody you know is going to do that, reading up about it for them, whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
I don't know why I didn't cut the whole 20 seconds of talking about earwid.com. that didn't seem necessary.
No, not in the long run, but
this
it's
is
okay.
fun.
It is. That was so crazy. I sounded different then, don't I? Did you think that? I feel like my voice was higher pitched in that audio clip than there was the previous one.
I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe there was
I
something
don't know.
going on with it.
I was fucking the drugs, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. So in this narrative that we've fabricated, that was a fun night. That was an intense night, and that didn't work out very well for either of
It was
us.
crazy, man. It was an experience, though. It's something I'll never forget. Allegedly.
Oh,
I want to point out, too,
yeah.
there were a couple times you could hear Daryl Dover-Perry's voice in the background.
Was that I was listening and I was like, oh, there's somebody. Yeah, I should have assumed that's who it was.
That's
but-
funny because I remember we recorded like right next to the LP tent, and
Right.
And that's where he was pretty much posted up the whole time. And I make that joke because I think we made it on this joke on the show before that like no matter where you were at PorkFest,
Yeah.
you could hear Daryl W. Perry's voice.
Even if you wanted to find him, you just stop talking and listen for a minute, and you'd hear, oh, hey, whatever it is. He has the boomiest, most brassy voice of any man
That's
that
so
I've ever
funny
heard.
that even in the recordings you can still hear him.
Yeah. So the fourth clip that I prepared for you today is from the 41st episode, John McAfee and John McAfee and Syria. This is a little bit more recent one, and it's just just Adam's intro monologue was particularly good this episode, so I thought everybody might want to re-listen to it.
Hey folks, Ancap Barber Shop here. My name is Adam Brown, and I'd like to clear a few things up. Number one, I am a racist homosexual. Do not interpret or project any degree of sarcasm or irony in my voice. This is my sincere and earnest belief and sexual orientation, respectively. Number two, most gay men have women friends, but I don't have any because even though I am a sincere gay man, I hate women, and I think they are all inherently inferior to men.
Right.
Also, I'm a men's rights activist. Number three, pee-pee is stored in the balls. Number four, rancid farts are the most important part of the digestion process. Number five, I make a pledge to start sending $5 per month of my own money to Cumtown, podcast Patreon, but allowing Scott to listen to the premium episodes and never listening to them myself.
Thank you. That's very nice.
You're very welcome. I'm feeling really generous. Number six, I also pledge to send $100 per episode to the Ancap Barber Shop Patreon. I'm not sure if there's a way to legitimately do that, but I will split the donation up into stolen identities I've accumulated over the years if need be. Number seven, oh yeah, I'm trans too. Number eight, black men are 3/5 of a person. Black women, probably less. If you'd like to let me know what you think about any of this, you can send me an email at adambrown@hitler.com.
So I'd just like to point out that those are Adam's opinions. I don't necessarily agree with any of that. and I'd like to socially and legally separate myself from his statements.
That's fair. I mean, it sounded like I was reading off something, but that's because it was so
just off the cuff.
Yeah, you know, it was
From the
really
heart.
hard for me to come out on air
as trans, gay, and
racist.
So and racist
and stealing identities and whatnot.
So you probably shouldn't have brought that up, but because I think most of the other stuff is probably protected under free speech or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
But can you be gay and trans? How would that work out? Well, tell me, since you're the one that does it.
I am transitioning to be a woman.
Okay.
But I like women. But not like as a person. I think they're awful. Like I think they're less than men, but I like them as far as sexual attraction goes.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to let you do the intro anymore because I think that's just a little bit too much for this show.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad you got it off your chest, and I support you in some of that. Not all of it. But I don't know. I personally disagree with the whole gay and trans thing. But good for you on the racism thing.
Cool.
I'm right there with you.
I'm glad that's the part we're getting along with.
that was a particularly good one. So I guess I should just ask: have your opinions changed, Adam?
I am a racist homosexual.
Well, okay. I guess that takes care of that. That is a drop that is absolutely going to stay on the board at least for the next 50 episodes. I've got some more, but I mean, seriously though, like, have they?
Oh yeah, I'm trans too.
Last one.
You can keep those on the board. That's fine.
You
would make that the thing, like make me relive that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The thing that's really interesting, and this is kind of self-deprecating, I shouldn't even bring it up, is I don't think like that was a contest that we tied.
Mm-hmm.
That was on one of our Patreon live streams. And I think we were both decided we were going to write separate intros for each other. I wrote yours, and you never did write mine.
I did not. I don't remember what happened, but I guess I didn't have time that week. So you fucking got away with a little something extra. Maybe I have actually just kept that, and I've put it in my pocket, and I'm waiting one day to make you say the outro.
I would still, I guess, I would have to fulfill that responsibility.
Yeah, see, that's only fair.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun that live stream. That was a good time. It was not good in the end in the next episode that I had to do that, especially when I was not prepared.
Right.
But, whatever.
So I have one more clip for everybody, and this is actually... This was I re-listened to pretty much the whole thing today. This was a particularly good episode.
Same
41.
episode.
Yeah, so everybody go back and re-listen to that. This clip in particular, me and Adam discuss John's sex life.
Look at you. Fucking.
I'm spilling shit on the floor. I've got a move where one of my dead soldiers, I just kind of like stay on mic and drop it. And knocks over and spills what's left on the floor. It's not a good move, but it's mine. It's all I got. Fast and bulbous.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
His girlfriend.
Okay, so we're working up to the really good part here. So they get to this chick, and then they show her what she looked like, and she looked exactly the same. Just fucking awful. Just not great. And I even saying that, I feel bad for this poor girl and what she had to go through, but whatever. He fucking paid her. She I don't think he forced her. Hold on a minute here, Adam. When I go to put a dip in, you're supposed to start talking for a minute and cover for me.
Maybe you shouldn't put a dip in mid-sentence,
like in the middle of my monologue.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So I know we're really stretching this out here. So they basically say, so what did he have you do? And she said, well, he had a hammock, and there was a hole in this hammock, and he would lay under the hammock, and he would have us lay in the hammock and shit through the hole into his mouth.
Yeah.
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 That's normal.
I mean, he's not on trial for that.
Woo-wee. Okay.
Yeah, don't hate on him for that.
And then like just to top that off, and I don't know about the other girls. Maybe it's just this specific ugly Belize girl that he liked to get shit. But then they say so did you ever have like normal vaginal sex? Oh no, never. That was all. I just shit through a hole in a hammock into his mouth.
I wonder how much you paid her for that.
That's a good fucking question, Adam. I don't know, and I don't know. I just kind of wonder what has to happen to you when you're a child. How does somebody have to? Because I mean, that's how it works. Like, like if somebody like just fucking, rapes the fuck out of you when you're 4, then you're like sexually stuck. Like I don't know. I was listening to some shit about this earlier today, where you like to talk in baby talk.
Yeah.
While you're, which is.
I mean, I'm sure that doesn't happen to everyone who's raped before, but I mean,
but a lot of times where people go out and attack other people, come to find out, sexually that happened
victims
to them
themselves at some point in time.
Right. So, nature versus nurture, whatever.
It's definitely outside the norm for sure. I mean,
what has to happen to you throughout the course of your life for you to want Belize fat women to shit in your mouth through a hammock hole?
He had a Mexican babysitter when he was a kid. And
no, that's perfect because
she like made him clean the toilet all the time, like right after her, and he slowly grew to enjoy it after.
I think Mexican babysitter is the name of that sex move. So I think that's what we just came up with. Thanks,
perfect,
John.
Yeah.
I feel like we gotta go onto Encyclopedia Dramatic or Urban Dictionary and make some entries now.
Mm-hmm.
The Mexican babysitter is where you cut a hole in your hammock and then you shit through it into somebody's mouth.
Yep.
So yeah, remember guys, hashtag Mexican babysitter.
We invented that.
If you want to make if you're a poster and you want to make a post and you want us to, then maybe it's about us. Hashtag Ancap Barber Gang Rise Up. Hashtag Mexican babysitter, and you got all your bases covered there, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
So yeah, this was fun. I think this was a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe every 50 episodes, this isn't a bad idea to go back and play. Well,
no, I was just agreeing. I say we will recollect. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I like it. So,
big dick Ancap shit. Big dick Ancap shit.
So for this episode's big dick Ancap shit, Adam's talking about some big dick Ancap shit.
Some real big old dick Ancap shit.
Yes.
Yeah. No, we were going to talk about the Nike boycott. At least I was saying it's kind of happening now. It's a little bit trendy. Did you hear about it? Do you know what's going on with it?
So I actually don't know very much about this. I'm yearning to be educated, I suppose.
Okay, cool.
Because I know today I didn't get a lot of chance to look at my phone, but I saw some blurbs. I saw some people talking about it, but I don't really know that much about what's going on. Fill me in, brother.
So the Nike's slogan is just do it, and they actually, before we even get into this, I want to point out all the Nike apparel that I'm currently wearing. But anyways.
Yeah. Go to youtube.com and search Ancap Barber Shop and see this episode.
Yeah, anyone who's watching this, I can see that. But anyway, so their slogan is just do it.
Right.
They made a poster and advertisement. I don't think it was anything deeper than that. I don't think it was like he's not the spokesperson of fucking Nike anymore. But anyways, they had Colin Kaepernick's face on it. And it said, I might not exactly have it right, but something along the lines of always do what's right, no matter what the repercussions are. Essentially, you know what I mean? It was basically that in different words. But so like people lost their shit about that. Like Colin Kaepernick's always been a hot button issue. Which one of the reasons I want to talk about this episode is because way back in episode 1, November 15th, 2016, the very first kickoff episode of the Ancap Barber Shop, the second segment we did was about Colin Kaepernick. So
that's true. It sure was.
Here we are, almost 2 years later.
What was the resolution? What whose side were we on? I guess I should have listened, so I should know what I should be.
I listened to part of it recently, and it was which our show sucked back then. Not really, it didn't suck, but it's very different.
The quote. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything.
Yes. So basically, what I said.
Yeah.
Whatever. But anyways, So in that episode, we were talking about like we ended up talking about police brutality, and and if police brutality does exist for racial bias or whatever, then we're absolutely with that. And I think
Right.
we were both pro kneeling. Like we're not into fucking rituals. I can't remember exactly what we said. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm sure it was something similar to that. I'm sorry if anyone can hear my phone going off.
They probably didn't, but now they will.
Jesus Christ!
I thought you turned that son of a bitch off.
Dude, I can't. The case is too big on it. I
You're
can't
fucking
reach-
fired.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, so yeah, that was the advertisement. The backlash was pretty bad.
Well, okay, but because I don't know what the backlash is, but let me just give you like my quick 2 cents. Not knowing much, just hearing about this, and like if it's the conversation about police brutality and gender, not specifically about race issues or anything, I'm typically not going to be on the side of the cops. Like if now, I won't say that across the board. Each situation is different. There are some of these police encounters now. We've got all this video. There are a lot that I see that I'm like, yeah, that was fucked up. That should never fucking happen. And there are some, and I'm as honest as I can about it, that I see and I go like, you know what, I'm on the fucking cop side, which is rare and rare. Or you might say, you know what, with the information I have, I can't fucking call it. I can't make the judgment call of who was fucking wrong and who was right. But that being said, hearing about this, it sounds like the fucking stupidest decision Nike can make. Once again, I mean, just how fucking dumb do you have to be as a company? No ethics, no opinions, just a marketing thing to put Colin Kaepernick on the face of your advertising. It seems really fucking
right.
That's a kamikaze move.
Yeah, knowing that he's such a hot button issue, that is a weird move. But I think that Nike's marketing, their marketing guy, whoever, or marketing fucking business people, whoever's in charge of that shit,
right.
I'm sure that they worked in a cost-benefit analysis. I'm sure they really considered the fact that they would get some backlash.
Yeah. That doesn't mean they made the right decision.
Right.
I guess that's going to be seen.
I think their decision was based around the fact that most of the guys who are really, really anti-kneeling, like the guys who care the most, which there are a lot of young, like...
They're wearing New Balance anyway?
Yes. They're wearing the same pair of Skechers from Walmart for the last 2 years.
They're probably wearing like Wellington-style work boots.
Yes.
Would be my guess.
Yeah.
And that's not a burn. That's what I wear.
Right.
You
I
know?
don't think they were panicking too much about losing that business. I think most of their business comes from young athletes, right? And people when you wear Nikes, you know.
I guess so. That's a lot of people nowadays.
It is. Nike's done a lot for the sport of skateboarding, which is very dear to my heart, which is why I wear Nike SBs, the Costons. They're comfy, they're good skate shoe, man.
You wear never mind.
What?
I was gonna say you wear them just because they have skateboarding stuff, like there are other companies, but then you continued on to say that they were comfortable.
No, yeah, they're super good shoes.
And you mentioned a gentleman named Eric Costin. Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's kind of a fucking legend.
Is he a wheelie boarding guy?
Yeah, he does the wheelie board and stuff. But yeah, some of the Twitter backlash was pretty crazy. There was people like there's a video of this one dude. It was like burning his Nikes in his front yard. You know? And that shit was funny because like you could see like around the Nikes like the grass was on fire and shit. Like he's lighting his yard on fire essentially. You know, like it's getting dangerous over there. And fucking John Rich. I think he's the guy. I'm not 100% John. Yeah, he is. The dude from Big and Rich. You ever listen to Big and Rich? The fucking the country duo?
Absolutely not.
I
know what you're talking about, and I love country music, but no, I don't.
They're
I haven't
fucking
listened
terrible.
to
But
Big and
anyways,
Rich, yeah.
He was posting on Twitter. Their sound man had actually cut, like he was wearing Nike socks. He cut the Nike swoosh off the socks, you know, and because he didn't want to wear them anymore. And these people are losing their mind. They're actually boycotting Nike. They really don't want to buy Nike anymore. And I wanted to buy a pair of Adidas skate shoes.
Right.
And now I'm not sure I want to, just because people are going to think I'm fucking boycotting Nike. You know? I don't want to.
You got to support the brand, brother.
I don't want to be a statistic and be like, Adidas' sales went up. Be like, it's a coincidence that I'm buying Adidas. Okay, I've been thinking about buying a pair of their skate shoes for a minute now.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of people defending them too, though. You know what I mean? There's would you sacrifice comfort, money, and security for what you believe in? Hashtag I'm with Cap. Yeah, there's a lot of people just fucking trolling them. You know what I mean? Like they're going back and forth hardcore on Twitter. It's one of them things. One of the arguments that I've seen And I've also seen some shit on Facebook. I've seen some of
Right.
my older friends on Facebook being like, well, I never buy another Nike product, you know? And I don't know. It's fucking pointless, righteously.
Right.
But one of the points that I've seen on there was people pointing out that, like, Nike uses sweatshops and they're fucking cheap labor.
Yeah, so one of the memes, I did a quick Google image search I'm looking at, is it's a Squidward 2-panel where his eyes are closed and then his eyes are open. And in the first one it says Nike, abusive workers, child labor, sweatshops. Oh, and this is about white people. Squidward is the white people.
Yeah. And that's
then
him being sleeping.
Yeah, he's asleep now. He's a sleepy boy. And then in the second frame it says sponsors black athlete, and the eyes jump open real fast.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I mean, like, there's no way that those guys, like, really care about foreign children that much. You know what I mean? Those guys are some of the most anti-foreign human rights. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and their fucking sweatshops have been going on for a while now. It's not like that's fucking news. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm all for boycotting a business who does bad business practice.
It's the appropriate response, but it is in a
Mm-hmm.
lot of cases, like in recent years, especially conservative folks, it's pretty funny.
It is.
And maybe I just don't pay attention to the stuff that left-wing folks are, you know.
It's just crazy, man. It's been fucking 2 years, man, since this shit's been popular, since it's been a big deal, man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It just kneeled during the national anthem. It's not that deep. Like,
Part of me is getting tired of hearing about it, but then it's also really fucking funny. There's so many good memes that come out of this. I've got another one, and it is the I'm boycotting Nike starter kit, and it features a couple of panels here. One being some nice jean shorts, some squeaky new white New Balances, a 6-pack of Busch Light, a gentleman on a zero-turn lawnmower, some redneck-ass looking glasses, a Fox News thing, and then an All Lives Matter text over the thin blue line flag.
Yeah. that upsets me.
That's fucking gold.
You know why that upsets me?
Why?
Because my dad has a pair of those shorts,
Yeah.
a pair of those shoes,
Yeah.
a pair of those glasses.
Yeah.
He drinks Natty Light, though.
Yeah, different beer. And he doesn't have a zero turn.
He has a zero turn.
Did he get a new lawnmower?
No, he doesn't have a zero turn.
Shouts out to Adam's dad.
He does not have a zero turn lawnmower. He has a John Deere run lawnmower, though.
Yeah.
He's got the glasses,
Yeah.
and I'm sure. He had a Trump sign out in front of his yard for a long time.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I've never heard your dad say anything political. I wouldn't think like you listened to Fox News, over anything.
Nah, he listens to local news and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he's not a big political
Yeah.
guy, but he did have a Trump sign that got stolen out of his yard.
Yeah.
'Cause he lives in the ghetto.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't have much about this other than the fact that it's just crazy that it's still a thing.
Yeah.
I'm all for boycotting businesses. I'm not going to participate in hashtag boycott Nike because you're going to have to give me a better reason. Sweatshops is a big reason. Like fucking abusing child labor is not a good thing. But I don't know enough about it. And
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not sure that there are alternatives in the shoe company that don't, in shoe companies
right.
that don't.
There's
do
a lot that goes into that. So, like,
Mm.
the first thing that as a libertarian I'm always going to go to is, okay, what are their alternatives? Like, they're taking, like, I'm assuming nobody's being forced to work like this.
Right.
So, is this an upgrade for them? They're doing it. So for somebody, it seems to be worth their time. But there's also like American imperialism.
Mhm.
You know, like I don't. Once again, I don't know all the specifics, but any of these, these countries where this has happened, and how did they get to that point?
Yeah. I mean, they're so upset about fucking child labor workers. But
It's a
they're-
multifaceted issue.
But they're also okay with our fucking army droning kids. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I don't know. I don't know. If someone were to give me the information about like a shoe company that doesn't do this and why what Nike's doing is so bad, then I would certainly support that other shoe company.
Do you think it comes down to racism?
Do I think it? No. I don't think people who are like really pro-police, like those guys who are like,
It's bootlicking, right? It's people love the cops and
the biggest
and the troops so much.
Yeah, the biggest conservatives out there who are pro-police, pro-military.
Right.
They don't think racism exists at any level, which is ignorant. They, those guys who are like really upset about the kneeling. Excuse me. The ones who care the most about patriotism.
Yeah.
I don't think they are inherently racist.
Right.
I do think they're a little dumb.
Case by case basis, some of them probably are.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure. But I don't. I don't think they're like.
I don't think it's the overwhelming factor. I think a lot of people would say it was. I think a lot of people would say whether it was like subliminal or maybe that's not the right word, but you know, whether somebody's conscious of it or not, that was the case. I think it's just people love licking boot.
Yeah, I think that's it too.
Right.
But I don't know. That's all I got for that. Unless you wanted to add anything else to it.
I think that sums it up perfectly. And I'd just like to give a couple of shout outs.
Do it.
Shouts out. Well, number one, Roger motherfucking Paxton. The man, the big boss, the dude, which he's not very big anymore. The last picture I saw of him, he was looking fucking rail skinny just about.
Nice.
Not rail skinny, but I mean like even after I'd seen pictures of him losing a lot of weight, like significant difference after that. So good on you, dude, for having us and for being a very cool guy. Bruce Wilkie. The man, the person other than Roger who's probably contributed to our project more than anybody.
We love you.
Yeah. Thank you, Bruce. You are the man. Daryl W. Perry, huge friend of the show. Nick Hazelton, thank you, sir. You're a good dude. Keep yakking it up. And just, Pax Libertas Productions in general. And the listeners and viewers of our YouTube channel, however you're going, more people listen at this point. Thank you guys. We couldn't do it without you downloading our episodes and sharing our content around and everything. You're the guys that keep the wheels rolling here. So, and that is something else I want to real briefly talk about before we close. We have started our YouTube channel. And when I say started, I mean, it's been around for a while, but we're uploading every regular episode with high definition video. And if you saw the most recent one, episode 49, that turned out pretty well, but even since looking at that, we kind of went back and said, we can make this look a lot better. So be looking for this to drop. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That helps us so much. We need to get 100 subscribers so we can have a custom URL to make it a little bit easier for people to find it. But share that stuff around. Share the podcast episodes. That helps us so much. Get us into your friends list. Get our content out there. Share the YouTube videos. That's easily consumable media. So, yeah, you can find us at facebook.com/Ancap Barber Shop. /Ancap Barber Shop. Twitter and IG at Ancap Barber. You can search Ancap Barber Shop on YouTube. Patreon.com/Ancap Barber Shop, which be looking out there. Good stuff coming. You can send us an email at feedback@ancapbarbershop.com. Leave us a voicemail. Highly encouraged to do so. 256-607-3197. And, if nothing else, just go to ancapbarbershop.com and listen to the show. Download the episodes. Buy our merch. Whatever you can do, it all helps us out. Well, dude, this has been fun. This has been a good 50th episode.
Here's to another 50, my friend.
Here's to another 50, maybe 150 if we're real good boys.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you guys.
I'm a men's rights activist.
Adam, you're going to have to fucking wait to the next episode before you start bringing your bigotry into this shit. All right, you guys have a good one. Peace, worms, bye.
This has been a Pax Libertas Productions podcast.